welcome back to the channel. It's Lunaz here, and today I'll be carrying on the Rimworld run. We finally made it to space, and have access to Vaxstone, so we can upgrade our ship's engines, and increase the travel distance significantly. This should allow us to get to quests much faster, and lose out on a lot less quests as well. The main thing we're waiting on now is for the colonists to bridge over to the thruster locations for the new large thrusters that I plan to build. And some additional strip mining is being done to hopefully uncover some more plasteel and potentially some steel. To speed up how fast the bridge is being built, some wood will be hauled to the stockpile at the start of the bridge to hopefully speed up how quickly we can reach the thruster location. It seems like the colonists can go outside, as Crafter had not been assigned to the ship when he'd been recruited. He ended up taking a couple of vacuum burns, though luckily he went back on. I have assigned him now to the ship, and we will have to be careful and make sure that colonists are properly assigned to areas in the future. With the bridge now built, we can work on hauling the wood back aboard the ship, and think about putting some new thrusters down. They are relatively expensive, but we do have the resources for the 3 that have been planned. Meanwhile, the strip mining efforts have so far yielded no valuable resources. Flak armor is soon finished, and gun turrets will be the next research completed. A raid occurs, and they will be pirates arriving in transport pods. We, for the time being, can only really use our colonists, and we'll be waiting for the raiders to enter the minefield we've set up. Okay, it looks like they're gonna completely ignore it. We will attempt to have Throb take up a position within the ship. And it has worked well. We'll have Sam join Throb, and hopefully that will give us a better chance against the sniper to the north. Some shielded raiders are going to prove to be quite a problem for us, and we will have to lure one of them onto the ship and assassinate them. The melee raiders come aboard, while the incendiary raider has moved away, giving us ample opportunity to kill them in a much easier order for our colonists. The sniper has also been dealt with by Sam and Throb, and we can undraft our colonists and have them rescue lips. I was a little concerned about the melee fighters and their honestly pretty good gear, but we did manage to deal with them. I have noticed that someone had a adverse reaction to the death of one of the raiders. And unfortunately, Kiko's son has died, them being one of the raiders that had attacked us. And this combined with their fibrous mechanites is going to cause a issue for quite a while in terms of their mood, with even the beer that they've been drinking fairly regularly. It most likely won't be enough to help. Kiko does end up having a mental break and will be binging on alcohol for the majority of the next day or so. Kiko has drunk himself unconscious, which has ended their mental break. And luckily it seems they have not gained a dependency on alcohol, which is good news. The work on the thrusters is coming along slowly. Some Idealogen conversions that I have forgot about have been taking place, with Throb being the only person left to convert. We will have Tree attempt a conversion on them now. They should hopefully be one more conversion ability away from recruitment to our ideology, unless someone is able to randomly sway their opinion first. We receive a quest to protect some aristocrats, but due to the size of our ship and not having a permanent base yet, we don't really have the resources to build a room fit for a aristocrat. Work on the thrusters comes to a close, and although we may have more thrusters, it doesn't mean we can actually travel any further without access to more fuel. So some space will be made in the corners of the storeroom for some small fuel tanks. We do lose 2 shelves worth of storage, but we currently have a fair amount of floor space that can be used for storage within the hold, so that is not currently an issue. The ship will likely be upgraded soon anyway, and as such we'll be able to benefit from more room for storage and fuel. And with the chem fuel being topped up with 1,000 fuel now, we can think about leaving for the next location. Our piloting ability has improved massively with now a 50% quality. This should hopefully result in a lot less accidents and issues upon landing at new map tiles. For now I'm happy with the amount of Vaxstone we've gotten from our trips in space, and we will now look into seeking materials to upgrade the ship. We have located the terraformer to find that it's encased itself in ice. The mission for the time being will be strip mining through the ice to hopefully locate the terraformer and take the grav core from within. I'm unsure whether we will manage to obtain any grav light panels from this mission, however, we can still look for it at several other locations. The thrusters, despite the better quality of our pilots, have still broken down, only 2. And the colonists, now we are no longer in space, can be allowed to roam freely again. We will not be able to grow any crops on this map due to the terraform lowering the temperature, and as such we'll seek to hunt a number of caribou. The pemmican aboard the ship will also be forbidden for the time being, and we will be relying on simple meals to be made from the meat we harvest from the map. The caribous being hunted proved to not enjoy such an experience and decide to attack. Kiko re-equips their machine pistol, and some reinforcements are sent to help the hunters. Tree will be forced to body block to prevent multiple colonists from being overwhelmed, while Shio assists with his shotgun and the others close in. The caribous are dealt with, and Shio and Tree are rescued. Sadly, the caribous are proving to be a little too much for our hunters at the moment, and we will have to be more careful with what we choose to hunt in the not too distant future. Tree is seriously injured and only has 3 hours to live, with a leg being destroyed. Shio, for some reason, despite having gone back to the ship earlier, has not been tended to, and as such has collapsed, and will also most likely be at a decent risk of infection. Gun turret research is completed, and now with the need for prosthetics, we will work on that as our next research. Tree has healed up somewhat, and despite the prosthetics being researched, we don't currently have the manufacturing capability to build them, or the space, and as such we will be giving her a peg leg for the time being. The surgery is failed on Tree, and we will have to wait a bit more time before we can attempt it again. The mining operation to the north is stopped, and the south as well, as I believe I've located the terraformer. Throb has some dark visions due to low mood. A bulk goods trader enters the map, and we will have to trade with them quickly to stop them leaving. We will sell the levers we've acquired, and some of our components. And in return we will be buying several books. As well as some more Nutramine. Crafter has been working on the wall for a while now, and has got it down to about half durability. I'll give them a little break for the time being, although soon we need to sort something out about Death Rest. I've never played with Sanguiphages before, so we'll have to figure it out as it goes. Again, we will accept this for the Silent Neuroformer, as we will not be remaining on this map, and as such the toxic waste packs won't be providing any ill benefits to us. The prosthetics research is complete, and the next research worked upon will be gas operation. Shio is also ordered to collect their chain shotgun, and Crafter will wait on the wall for the time being. Now armed, Shio will head down to reinforce Crafter, as we have no way of knowing if there are enemies behind this wall or not. And with Shio now in place, we can work on the wall again. Having some orders to retreat as soon as the wall is broken. The doors will be forbidden for the time being, and we will have our colonists head back to the ship to increase their mood. We need to assemble a decent team who can break into the facility and find the ship parts we need. Now that the majority of our colonists are up, we will begin the real fiesta, and this should hopefully increase mood significantly if luck is on our side. Luckily, the fiesta is unforgettable, giving a plus 16 to all colonists for 6 days. And also, Tree will finish the conversion of Frog to our ID Legion. This removes the -3 and gives a +3 boost, resulting in a +6 to mood to all colonists on top of the mood buff from earlier. We will also have Tree equip a heavy SMG and now assemble our team to search the facility for the morning. With the location of a sentry drone being discovered, we have realized that this may be harder than essentially 4, with a decent number of enemies potentially present within this facility. Although we have come across a number of sealed crates, meaning that a vast amount of loot could be located within this facility. With Crafter not experiencing death like regular colonists, he will be used as our vanguard. And we will be breaching every room with him at the forefront. The crates all contain grav-light panels, which is great news for the expansion of our ship. And with room 2 down, we prepare to breach the 3rd room, although it looks like it's partially blocked. We will have our colonists break through by force, and have some others enter the room on standby. Sam will hack the door to the north, while Crafter continues breaking through the ice in the south. With the breaking of the ice, a large part of the facility becomes visible, and we will ignore that for the time being to head in the route I believe to be safer, the north. However, tree and shrub will be left to the rear just in case a sentry decides to come towards us. Kiko and Tree and Shio will be sent back to the ship as they are currently on low mood. And sadly, Crafter follows with a mental break as well, so we will abandon the current work done on the facility and leave for the time being. Some animals come on the ship through a door that had been destroyed and not repaired, and as such we lost some pemmican. Although the pemmican loss compared to the meat we've just gained should hopefully result in a profit. With some of the animals we've hunted rotting as well, we need to unsuspend pemmican and have that cooked again. And we will allow pemmican to be used again. It seems blood loss can still incapacitate sangophages, and as such we will need to be a little more careful with Crafter, and due to our reliance in him as the only melee fighter, we will be waiting for him to become capable of combat before we re-enter the facility. Some man-hunting grizzly bears enter the map, and I will gather all of the colonists, aside from Crafter, to hopefully deal with them. As they approach, we retreat back onto the ship. And we'll exit through the other side and keep repeating this process until the bears have been dealt with. As they don't seem to be too fast, we may actually be able to make some distance before shooting at them again. We have enough firepower to deal with the bears, and a snow hare also self-tames. It will likely be slaughtered though for its meat. Crafter, Frob, Sam, Lips and Kiko will be gathered for a second attempt at the facility, Crafter is now almost back at full health with only a loss of 10% blood. We're able to ambush the first drone, with Crafter taking it down. He has taken a slight scratch, but for the meantime should be fine. Our long range fighters will deal with the next one, while Crafter and Kiko have a look at the rooms to the east. There is a medicine pallet in here, and it will provide 17 medicine, which will be great for the ship as we are currently low on industrial tech medicine. The sentry engages our team holding the corridor. However, it seems we should be fine in dealing with it, as Lips is not actually doing anything in the fight. She will now head over to the others to assist, with Kiko hacking one of the doors. The sentry has been dealt with, and Sam and Frob will be left to hold the corridor for the time being. The first door is a no-go, and we head to the next one. Frob moves down to unblock the south, but ends up having a Dark Vision's mental break. After double checking the second door, we find it also leads to nowhere. And Crafter will now head down to finish the work that Frob had started. It appears that there's nowhere else to go, and we will now enter the southern areas. The terraformer is located in this room, but it seems pretty heavily guarded, so for the time being we will work on clearing the other rooms. A dead body has been located, almost 10 years old. However, other than that, nothing interesting. A survival mill pallet is located in the next room, as well as another door that can be hacked. We receive 17 package meals, and Thorpe has a inspiration due to their tortured artist trait. With the door also being a no-go, we fall back to the starting area of the facility and have a look at the next room. There appears to be nothing else in here, and we will seal this door off and allow everyone a break some cargo pods crash down nearby and provide 60 Nutrimine, which we will allow and hopefully have it hauled aboard soon. A pack of man-hunting Arctic wolves enters the map while Lips is out, and as such we may struggle with the next fight. The available colonists will head out to try and deal with as many as they can. However, we will likely be relying on Crafter to block the way aboard, with our colonists acting as a support. Crafter's still not aboard, so we wait. And have him take up position. With Crafter falling, we have Shio help block the way. And with that, it looks like the Arctic wolves have been dealt with. Sam will rescue Crafter, and Lips luckily was not caught out while she was outside. The only issue now is that Crafter is heavily injured and will likely take some time to heal. And also we had run out of Hemogen, so need to acquire some more from our current colonists. With the number of Arctic wolves having attacked us being quite high, we are able to acquire a decent amount of meat from them, which should boost our stockpile quite nicely. Once Crafter has gained some of their strength back as well, we will head back into the facility, as the colony ideally needs to leave this location fairly soon, as there is quite a small amount of fuel available on this map. With the colonists now up and breakfast having been dealt with, we head back into the facility with the entirety of our forces. Crafter will head into the room alone and activate the trap. His superior melee skills, meaning he shouldn't become too badly injured. While the wasps do have a much better ability than I thought to stun, Crafter is fairly okay. And we'll head down to the room that was found recently. Kiko will work on hacking it, and we will have our other colonists stand by, just in case the sentry chooses to reveal itself. The room is a dead end, and it seemed the sentry had been hiding in here all along. It is dealt with though, and the colonists are able to move on. Geo is sent back, and we have Crafter work on dismantling the terraformer. Crafter will stand guard while we have the colonists haul back the resources. And now everybody will begin to head back. Crafter does go down again to blood loss, and we have him haul back. The last of the supplies are brought back onto the ship, and in the morning the colonists will head to the next location, moving towards the 2 ship part quests to the south. With the colonists now up, we will launch the ship to the next location. We head as far south as possible to an area where we can grow crops and mine resources. we land on the new map and immediately receive a new quest for a grav core. It has been detected from a wreckage of a orbital platform that had crashed, although it seems that there is a heavy mechanoid presence. This may be left for a little while, as we already have a set direction we're going in. Regarding the map though, this is the first map the colony has entered, with a mix of 2 biomes, which is fairly interesting. The mountain layout also is offering some great protection, with us only having to worry about 2 sides of attack, which is some great news for the colony's potential long-term stay here, as supplies are extremely low and the ship is desperately needing some upgrades, especially in terms of space. However, those will be left for the next episode, as this has already run on for a fair bit longer than usual. Thank you for watching. I'm hoping you're enjoying the series so far, and I will hopefully see you next time. Goodbye.